Hi, I'm Lowell Joseph Gallin, and I am here with our guest for today's interview, Tirza Aboodi. Tirza, thank you for being a guest on our show today. Tirza, I'm here with Tirza in her store on King George Street in Jerusalem, Fashion Designs. Tirza sells clothes, and Tirza represents the world of Israeli fashion. She and her husband have a daughter who is a fashion designer with a factory in Thailand. Right. So Tirza, what can you tell us about the growing world of Israeli fashions and its growing fascination for people worldwide? What do we have to contribute to the world of fashion?
I don't know to say a lot about this subject, but you know, a lot of women came to me and they say that most of the store they see all the clothes, they see a lot of black and gray, and here they say they see a lot of colors. I'm buying to my stores things from Switzerland, and I buy from my woman that I have in Tel Aviv. I buy clothes from Turkey and Italy. So here I have things from Switzerland, very nice, not so cheap, and things not so expensive and to day life.
So you're selling here shoes, I see, and clothes for ladies from made in Israel and imported from Turkey and Switzerland.
Yes,
among other
most
countries,
of
mostly.
the things from them, yes, from these countries.
And what is Israel producing these days? I know we have the Bezalel School of Art, the Shenkar, what is it, Shenkar College of Fashion?
Yes.
Israel has a long tradition of the Jewish tailors from Eastern Europe and the handcraft workers from the Arab and Muslim world. There are many ethnic traditions coming together here for fashion. What is Israel producing that's especially Israeli and also that draws on folk traditions for the Jews who immigrated, for example, from all over the Arab world?
Too much long question you
Okay.
ask me.
Let's start with one. What about Yemenite Jews? What kind of fashion are coming out of the Jews from Yemen?
I really don't know, but in my taste, I love this fashion very much.
Are there an increasing number of young Israelis going into the field of fashion as designers and in other related fields?
I really don't know. Really don't know.
And your daughter, what kind of fashions is she producing at her factory in Thailand? What kind of clothes does she make?
She make very individual clothes. A lot of things that she remember from her childhood. A lot of things that she remember from my kibbutz. And for example, my mother is now at Herzliya in Bet Avot.
In a retirement home.
Yes. So she all the time tell me, my daughter, that she want that I buy her a material that we call this piqué. Piqué. It's a blanket named piqué, and all the time in the 50 and the 60 we all the time use with these blankets of piqué in our kibbutz, in all our country. So my daughter told me no piqué anymore in the market, no in Bangkok, no in Israel. So she wants me that I send her the very old piqué that I have in my kibbutz that belongs to my mother.
And a piqué is hand woven?
No, I think Ata, it's the name of big factories that work here in Israel. They did piqué at the 50s, at the 60s, and no more piqué today.
So that's relegated to history now.
Yes.
We had a designer, a very famous lady, she died a month or two ago, she established Gotex. She made swimwear or lingerie or underwear. I'm not sure what she made for ladies.
What her name? Bat Yaar something?
She died about a month ago in her
Nahon.
90s and was one of the
Nahon.
founders of the fashion
Yes,
industry.
I
She
know.
got a lot of worldwide press coverage.
Yes, yes.
My own family has a little bit of history in the field of fashion. My grandfather on my mother's side was a pattern maker. He explained to me what it was, but I still don't understand. You have a big scissor,
Wow.
and you cut the material and get it ready for the designer to prepare for mass production. Exactly how that works, I don't have the faintest idea. My Aunt Bernice, who's still alive, went to a school in the 1930s where she learned the tools of the trade to become a successful fashion designer in a men's world where ladies served coffee and made tea and other service industries. That was it. They didn't welcome women as competition, and she was able to thrive in a take-no-prisoners, dog-eat-dog New York fashion world, mainly Jewish. And she was able to make it. So I come from a family which my daughter, our younger daughter, whose clothes got their first showing in Tirza's store when it was on Derech Beit Lechem Road. It's now moved more downtown. We're on King George Street. The first person to give her an
Near the
opportunity.
synagogue.
What?
Near the synagogue.
Right. The first person to give Batya an opportunity was Tirza, and we're very grateful for that. So fashion is in our family, also on my father's side. It's all over the place. On my wife's side, there's a lot of fashion design, sewing, knitting, cutting. We have sewing machines, Berninas from Switzerland, but I'm not exactly sure what it is, but you use it with your sewing machine. Mannequin, what is a mannequin? Like right before
Yes.
here, hello honey,
Yes, mannequin.
this is a mannequin. She's standing behind Tirza. She always stands there because she's not alive. And a mannequin in Hebrew is called a, what is a mannequin in Hebrew?
We also use this name in Hebrew.
Mannequin.
Yes. It's
Bat-
not in Hebrew, but we use it in Israel a lot, this word mannequin.
Mannequin.
Yes.
Okay, so honey, she's standing right behind me. I'm not supposed to shake hands with ladies, but here she is, and she stands there forever until Geppetto will come and turn Pinocchio into a real boy and the mannequin into a real lady. And Henry Higgins will do the same thing with Eliza Doolittle, My Fair Lady, based on the story of a sculptor. As a sculptor, he falls in love with his sculpture, and the gods bring her to life. Something like that. Like most of the stories I quote and talk so knowledgeably about, I never read them, or the movies, I never saw them, but I read enough about them to pass off as if I did. Don't believe it. So Tirza, people coming to Israel. I know there's medical tourism to Israel, all sorts of, is there fashion tourism to Israel where groups come to, I don't just mean trade and industry groups, but people come to explore the world of Israeli fashion, arts and design? Does that exist?
I don't know, but I know that people from Israel became famous in the broad because they bring a
Designers.
designer from Shankar and also from Betzalel. And they bring to Europe very nice model, very nice way of thinking about clothes.
Right.
They have a lot of famous people in Europe now from Israel.
I'll show you some Israeli fashion. I just bought some new trousers. These is made in Israel, and I was
Good.
very proud about that because we want to buy Israeli, and in future interviews with Tirza and other people in the world of Israeli arts and culture, we'll tell you about Israel's flourishing world of fashion, design, and the arts. So Tirza, thank you very much for this first interview, and thank you to everyone for watching.
Thank you.